Good evening, little dreamers, and welcome to our story time. Snuggle up tight, get cozy in your beds, and let's begin our adventure. Once upon a time, in a cozy little house with a bright red door, lived two best friends, a little girl named Lily and a little boy named Tom. Lily had pigtails that bounced when she giggled, and Tom had a collection of shiny, colorful marbles. They did everything together, from building towering pillow forts in the living room to drawing colorful chalk universes on the sidewalk. Their house was always filled with laughter and the delicious smell of Mom's freshly baked cookies. But Lily and Tom weren't the only ones living in this happy home. Hidden behind the walls and under the floorboards lived two other famous residents: Jerry, a clever little mouse with a big heart, and Tom, a fluffy gray cat, who despite his best efforts to look grumpy, was secretly a big softie. Yes, that's right, two Toms in one house. It could be a little confusing, but everyone managed just fine. One evening, as the sun began to paint the sky in shades of orange and pink, Lily and Tom were getting ready for bed. They had brushed their teeth until they sparkled and put on their favorite pajamas. Lily's were covered in bright yellow stars, and Tom's had little blue rockets zooming all over them. They hopped into their beds, pulling the covers up to their chins. "Mom," Lily called out, "can you tell us a story about the moon?" Their mom smiled, kissed their foreheads, and said, "Tonight, my darlings, I think the moon has a story to tell you." She tucked them in, turned on their little star-shaped nightlight, and quietly closed the door. Lily and Tom stared out their window at the big, glowing moon. It looked like a giant, friendly face smiling down at them. "I wonder what story the moon would tell," Tom whispered, his eyes wide with curiosity. "Maybe it's about a moon rabbit who makes magical moochie," Lily suggested, her imagination already taking flight. Just then, they heard a tiny asterisk squeak asterisk from the corner of the room. It was Jerry the mouse, peeking out from a small hole in the wall. He wiggled his whiskers, which was his way of saying hello. A moment later, Tom the cat padded silently into the room, his green eyes glowing in the dim light. He wasn't chasing Jerry tonight. Instead, he hopped onto the end of Tom's bed, curled up into a fluffy ball, and let out a soft purr. It seemed everyone was in the mood for a story. Suddenly, the moonlight streaming through the window grew brighter and brighter, until the whole room was bathed in a soft, silvery glow. A gentle twinkling sound, like tiny bells, filled the air. Lily and Tom sat up, their mouths open in amazement. The moonlight swirled and shimmered, forming a sparkling path from their window all the way to the moon itself. "Whoa," whispered Tom. "It's a moonbeam bridge." Jerry the mouse scurried to the windowsill, his little nose twitching with excitement. Even Tom the cat lifted his head, his ears perked up, watching the magical light with wide, curious eyes. A soft, gentle voice, like the rustling of leaves in a quiet forest, seemed to whisper on the breeze. "Come, little ones. I have a secret to share." Lily and Tom looked at each other, their hearts thumping with a mix of excitement and wonder. "Do you think?" Lily started. "I think the moon is inviting us." Tom finished, a huge grin spreading across his face. Without a second thought, they slipped out of their beds. Jerry, being the brave little adventurer he was, scampered ahead. Tom, the cat, not wanting to be left out of the fun, stretched lazily and then followed, his paws making no sound on the wooden floor. Together, the four friends stepped onto the shimmering moonbeam bridge. It felt solid beneath their feet, cool and smooth like polished silver, yet it tingled with a gentle warmth. As they walked, the world below grew smaller and smaller. Their little house with a red door looked like a tiny toy, and the whole town became a glittering patchwork of lights. They floated past fluffy, sleepy clouds that looked like giant pillows of cotton candy. Stars twinkled all around them, so close they felt like they could reach out and pluck one from the sky. Jerry squeaked with delight, trying to catch the little motes of stardust that danced in the air. Tom the cat's tail swished back and forth, mesmerized by the beautiful cosmic display. "This is the best adventure ever." Lily giggled, holding Tom's hand. They weren't scared at all. It felt like they were wrapped in the universe's softest, most magical blanket. The journey was peaceful and quiet, the only sound being the gentle hum of the moonbeam bridge. Finally, they arrived. They stepped off the bridge and onto the moon itself. It wasn't made of cheese, as Tom had once secretly suspected. The ground was covered in soft, silvery dust that sparkled with every step they took, leaving glowing footprints behind them. The sky above was a deep, velvety black, dotted with the brightest diamonds they had ever seen. And there, right in front of them, was the man in the moon. He wasn't a man at all, but a kind, glowing face made of pure moonlight, with a warm, twinkling smile and eyes that held all the wisdom of the stars. "Welcome, travelers," his voice echoed softly. "I'm so glad you could make it." Jerry gave a respectful squeak, and Tom the cat offered a polite, rumbling purr. "We came for a story," Lily said excitedly. The man in the moon chuckled, a sound like tinkling chimes. "Indeed, you see, my job is to watch over all the dreamers in the world. But tonight, one of my littlest stars has lost its twinkle. It has forgotten how to shine." He pointed a gentle finger of light towards a small, faint star nearby. It was flickering weakly, looking sad and lonely in the vast, dark sky. A star loses its shine when it forgets the happy dreams and joyful laughter of children, the man in the moon explained. "I need your help to make it bright again." "How can we help?" Tom asked, his face serious. "Simple," said the man in the moon. "You must share your happiest memories. Your laughter is the most powerful magic in the universe." Lily thought for a moment and then began. "I remember when we had a picnic in the park, and a funny-shaped cloud looked just like a dragon." As she spoke, a tiny golden spark flew from her heart and shot towards the sad little star. Then Tom spoke. "I remember when I finally learned to ride my bike without training wheels. I felt like I was flying." Another spark, this one bright blue, zipped across the sky. It was Jerry's turn. He couldn't speak, but he didn't need to. He closed his eyes and thought with all his might about the time he found a whole wheel of delicious cheese behind the pantry and shared it with his mouse cousins. A cheesy yellow spark of happiness flew towards the star. Then everyone looked at Tom the cat. He was usually so cool and composed. He closed his eyes and thought about his favorite thing in the world, a long, lazy nap in a warm, sunny spot on the living room rug. with the gentle sound of Lily and Tom playing nearby. A soft, warm, perfectly green spark drifted gently up to the star. With each happy memory, the little star began to glow a little brighter. First it was a soft flicker, then a steady pulse, and soon it was shining as brightly as all the others, twinkling with joy. "You did it," cheered the man in the moon. "You reminded the star of all the happiness in the world." The little star twinkled gratefully at them, and the friends felt a wonderful warmth spread through their chests. They had helped bring light back to the night sky. "It is time for you to return home, little dreamers," the man in the moon said softly. "But remember, your happiness and your laughter are a light that can brighten even the darkest of nights." He waved a gentle hand, and the moonbeam bridge shimmered before them once more. Lily, Tom, Jerry, and Tom the cat said their goodbyes and thank yous, then stepped back onto the sparkling path. As they floated back down to their room, they looked back at the sky. The little star they had helped seemed to give them a special twinkle, a secret thank you just for them. They stepped off the bridge and right back into their bedroom. The moonbeam faded and the room was quiet once more, filled only with the soft glow of their star-shaped nightlight. It all felt like a beautiful dream. Tom the cat hopped off the bed and curled up in his own little basket in the corner. Jerry gave a final, happy squeak and disappeared back into his little hole. Lily and Tom climbed back into their beds, their hearts full of starlight and happiness. They pulled the covers up, their eyelids feeling heavy. "Good night, Tom," Lily whispered. "Good night, Lily," Tom whispered back. They looked out the window at the bright, friendly moon and the sky full of twinkling stars, knowing they now shared a special secret with them. And as they closed their eyes, they drifted off into the sweetest, most magical dreams. Thank you for joining our story time tonight. I hope you have wonderful, starlit dreams. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more bedtime adventures. Sleep tight, little ones.